Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to teach you what lot size should you use when you trade. Well, let's break it down step by step. Obviously you're going to learn how to trade in the rest of the course, but that being said, let's say that since everything I've taught you about risk management and stuff must be true, what you need to do first is figure out like, okay, well, how much do I risk and how do I even figure out how much I risk? Well, I used to teach a step-by-step system and I used to go into all the details and like the reasons behind each thing, but what I found is I would still get a lot of questions on it and it just became so complicated that I'm not even going to teach you all the little details. I'm just going to teach you how to do it, and you can take my word for it because I know what works and I know what doesn't. So that being said, here's what you do. Let's say you're on a $1,000 account, so I'm just going to put 1K, and you would like to risk 1% per trade. Well, 1% per trade is going to equal about a $10 loss or profit. If you have like a 1-to-1 risk reward, for example, a 1% risk is roughly a $10 risk. You're risking $10 to make at least $10, if not maybe 15 or 20, depending on what your risk reward ratio is. So that being said, how do you figure out what your lot size is? Like, what if you've got like a 2.7K account and you want to risk 10%, and so 10% of that would be like $27. I'm sorry, not 10%, but 1%. So 1% would be a $27 risk. And then like, what lot size do you use? So I'm going to show you how to calculate your exact lot size that you'll be using. First, let's start off with an example. This is what you're going to be encountered with on the chart. You're going to get to a chart and you're going to say, like I said, you're going to learn how to trade and how to mark up all these charts and stuff. But let's just say that you have your chart right here and you decide that you want your stop loss right here and your target right here at this area. So that being said, if we look on TradingView, you can see this is like a 70 pip risk. So 70 pips of risk. What you're going to do is you're going to go here, you're going to open up a new tab in Google, and in Google type in My FX Book position size. What this is a My FX Book position size calculator. Your position size is the same as your lot size. So the lot size is literally the same as your position size. That's just what they call it. It's like two different ways of expressing it. And so to figure out what your position size would be or your lot size would be, you can use this free tool here on MyFXBook called the position size calculator. So literally if you just type in like MyFXBook position size, it should prompt it and pop up. You'll click that, it'll bring you to right here where it says position size calculator for MyFXBook. You'll just click on this and I'm going to show you how easy it is to figure out what lot size you should use. So in the account currency, this is going to vary depending on where you live and which account currency you're in. I'm in the United States, so I'm going to select USD. My account size for the account I'm trading with right now is 50,000, so I'm going to do 50,000. My risk ratio is 2%, and you can also do this. You can do it in percentage terms, or you can switch to money and then risk like a certain amount of money per trade. If you want to risk, like for me, 2% would be $1,000 of risk. So me risking $1,000, I can put that in, or I could just like swap it down here and just say I want to do a 2% risk per trade. So if I do 2% risk, it automatically puts it in there. My stop loss, let's go back to the chart and let's see where our stop loss is. So my stop loss is 70.3. So let's just round that to 70 since it's just a third of a pip away. So let's just round it to 70 pips. That's my stop loss in terms of pips that we got from the chart. And then I'm going to have to select the pair, which is New Zealand dollar JPY. So right here, New Zealand dollar JPY, it'll show the current exchange rate. We'll click calculate, and then it shows down here the amount of lots you should use. So it'll also show you like the money that you're going to be risking on the trade, which is in this case it's $1,000 because $1,000 out of 50,000 represents a 2% account risk. And like I said, you can put this all in. You can change it to like 3% risk, 5% risk, whatever you want, something crazy like that. But if you're risking 2%, that'd be $1,000 risk. It's going to show you the units of currency. This stuff can get so confusing, so don't even worry about it. Essentially, this is what you're after right here, this lot size. So let's just take a look at what we just did. So you're looking at a chart, and like I said, you're going to learn how to analyze this and how to decide, if price is going up or down. But let's just say that, for instance, you think price is going to go up, and so you know where you're going to be entering the trade at, you know where your stop loss should go, you know where your target should go. This right here, to calculate the lot size you're going to use based on, whatever your stop loss is, you're simply going to go to TradingView, click this little long position thing, put it on your chart, and then adjust it to where you want your profit target, that's the green, and then your stop loss area, the red, and then you're just going to look at the number right there and it'll give you a number. And then whatever that number is, you'll take that because that's the risk in terms of pips. And you'll go here to the position size calculator, put in all the information, your account currency, your account size, risk ratio, or you can do it in terms of money. Like if you want to risk $100 per trade, you can type that in, you can switch it to money, do that. Put in your stop loss in pips, put in the currency pair, then hit calculate, and it will literally give you the lot size. So that means that for this account, if I am taking a buy on New Zealand dollar JPY, which I actually did yesterday right here, I almost missed my profit target, now it's come back. If I'm taking a buy right here and I'm risking 70 pips on this trade, That means that with my account size and with my percentage risk that I'm okay with taking, which was 2%, all things into account, I just put it all in here and it gives you the lot size right there. So for this, the lot size would be 1.57. You don't have to put the very last number unless you're on, actually you put it in exactly as this is. You'll be fine doing that. So that being said, that's how you calculate your lot size. So again, we've learned how to, you're going to learn how to mark up the charts. And then once you do mark up your charts and you have your analysis, we'll put the analysis right here represented by A, you're going to have like your entry and then your potential target and your potential stop loss. And then it'll tell you how many pips the stop loss will be. For then you're going to go to figure out your lot size, you're going to go to the MyFX book position size calculator. And then right there, you're going to put in all the information here on the chart, like, your stop loss is right there, and then your percentage risk and everything, and you're just going to put in all the information and it will give you a lot size. So that way, whenever you're trading, like after you mark up the chart, do your analysis, decide where your stop loss is at, put the information to MyFX book, MFB, and then it will give you your lot size or position size, whatever you want to call it. So like I said, there used to be like this long complex way of like, going and getting all the little things and looking at the exchange rate. It's just so much stuff and it's so confusing. I don't want to confuse you guys. That's why I've removed that from the course and instead we're doing it this way, which, like I said, at the end of the day, you're going to mark up a chart, figure out where your stop loss is, and then you can go and put all the information in here and it just gives you the lot size right there. So you don't have to do all the manual calculations. That's completely pointless to learn. That'd be like you doing like an algebraic, like long division problem when you have a calculator sitting right next to you. Like, you're always going to have access to this. It's always going to be free. So just do it this way. That is how you calculate what lot size you're going to use for your trades. So that being said, I'll see you in the next video.